Hello, this is White Birch Tarot. This reading is for Friday, June 17th, or whenever you happen to see it. I'm going to start off with a couple of quotes because I love brilliant things that other people say. And I forgot something here already. I was so proud of myself. I remembered to bring down my reading glasses, and then I realized I didn't have my iPad, and it's kind of hard to do this and record yourself if you don't have an iPad, so I had to go back and get it. I'm starting out with a Chinese proverb which says, "A bird does not sing because it has an answer, it sings because it has a song." And if you remember yesterday, if you happen to see yesterday's reading, we got the card that said, "Why?" And I said, it's better to live the answer because you're probably not going to find, live the question because you're probably not going to find the answer. So the Chinese proverb seems to agree with me. Let's see, here's another good one. Art is not a pastime, but a priesthood. That is from Jean Cocteau. And if I remember correctly, he's a French director who directed one of my favorite films called La Belle et la Bête, which is French for Beauty and the Beast. I think it was made in the 40s. It's a black and white film. If you can find it anywhere, it is amazing. I love that movie. I'll move my pad over here just a bit. I don't know why it's not focusing in the background very well. Perhaps I need to move. Let me get the cards out of here. No, it's not on any cards. Okay. As I said, these are the Mythic Tarot. I've already laid them out, but I'm going to hold them out one by one. This card is the signifier I drew for us. Four of Pentacles. I think we had this, was it yesterday or the day before? It's hanging on to what you've got, wanting a sense of stability, and I feel like he's being a little bit, maybe he feels a little insecure, so he's kind of clinging. You know that clingy feeling you get when you're kind of scared, like what's going to happen next? Who can I turn to? What can I hang on to? He's hanging on for dear life. That makes sense to me. What is crossing us? The Three of Pentacles. I'm going to have to ponder this because that's normally a really good card. This is giving. Maybe it's telling us that we need to loosen up a little bit and stop being so, we used to call it anal retentive. I know that's probably not used anymore, but I'm trying to think of a modern equivalent. Tight-fisted, perhaps, you know? Don't cling so tightly to what you have. Go ahead and give some away. You will have more. It's okay to share. Emotionally, be vulnerable, go ahead and give some away. It will be returned to you. And then I tried to draw, well, I didn't try to, I actually did. This is what is behind us, what we're coming out of. And it's the Two of Cups, which is a lovely card. Is that a hair on it? Oh, how embarrassing. Okay. It's a lovely card, but it's in reverse. So we may have lost someone. We may have lost something we love, someone we love, and we're trying to come back from that energy. What is in front of us? Immediately in front of us, the Eight of Cups, walking away from something. Here's loss again. She doesn't look too happy, and she's walking away. And cups represent emotions, so this is a sadness. This is something you don't want to let go of. Maybe it was taken from you, but it's time to move on. Not move on, because that implies leaving it behind. And if it's something you loved, you never leave it behind. But you must go forward. You must. This is the card I drew for the foundation, strength. Strength. We must have strength. And this card is, I always forget the Greek names for these guys. Is this Perseus, who's taming the lion, or Heracles? Well, anyway, he's a Greek guy. Doesn't matter. And the lions can symbolize our inner demons that we must overcome. And remember that overcoming something doesn't mean that you beat it into submission or you deny it or you repress it. It means that you really need to make friends with it. So this card's kind of misleading because it looks like he's choking it, but let's pretend he's petting it and riding it, because there's a quote from one of my favorite astrology books. It's written by Howard Sasportis. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. And he said, "You cannot transform what you condemn, deny, or repress." And that is so true. So it's overcoming our baser instincts, but again, not by denying them or repressing them, by accepting them, and then you can work with them. What's above us, with the energy hovering above us? It's in reverse. It's the Page of Cups. Show you in the upright here. It's a lovely little card. It's sort of like a new tender emotion. See the tender shoots coming out of the spring trees and the spring flowers. But it's in reverse. So it's feeling extremely vulnerable, extremely sensitive. If you're not careful, you can squash it. And you may be afraid, you may be feeling so vulnerable that you're afraid to share your emotions. And the reason I think that also is because I just got those white specks off here. I swear to God I did before I started. Now they're like tormenting me. They must be falling off the cards. I guess one little thing of dust. Okay. The overall energy card is the Four of Cups, which is emotional stability. If you'll notice, this woman's sitting in the middle, and everybody's kind of waiting for her to do something, and she's like, nope, I'm just going to sit here because I'm kind of afraid to move. I don't know which direction to go. It's not really about movement so much as it is about feeling. Kind of not wanting to feel the ups and the downs. But if you're going to feel the ups, you got to go with the downs. That was my last. Let me draw I should say Anne. Oh, look at all I shook this. The dust is definitely coming off these cards. I guess I have to fit. Whoop, one just fell out. So here we go. I was shuffling and by the book. I've never really understood this card, to be honest with you. It looks like we perhaps need some structure and following in the footsteps of those who have gone before us. So perhaps turning to someone who knows more about this than you do. You may have to ask for some help, maybe even some professional help to deal with your emotions. I don't know. They're kind of they're taking care of each other, but they're following the larger, So you may have to get some wisdom from somewhere. Get some. I know yesterday I told you don't look for the answer, just live the question. But it looks like we need to do perhaps a little bit of research on this. See if we can find someone to help us. This is distracting here on the side. Okay, and the other card I pull is Deep Knowing. Go within, and I just told you to go without and ask someone else, didn't I? You can ask for help, but you also must go within. And it's interesting to me. I was just watching a video. I don't know if you know who Teal Swan is. I watch her on YouTube. I think she's brilliant. And she was talking about the inner and the outer, and how it's really the awareness that sits in the center that is where truth comes from. And I think it's interesting that we've got kind of this large, like something that looks like the earth, and then something that looks like the moon or a satellite. And wisdom, or the owl, is sitting right in the middle between the two. You could say it's connecting the brain and the gut. You could say it's connecting the heart and the gut, even though I know that's not supposed to be a gut. But hey, I go with what I feel. So deep knowing is where we need to end up. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So let me kind of quickly recap here. We started out with feeling a little bit like we're not feeling real secure, so we're just trying to hang on. And sometimes clinging on to things can make you feel more anxious, especially if it's anxiety, you know. Sometimes you need to just lean into it and stop clinging, stop looking for something solid to hang on to, and just trust your inner self. And go ahead and share in the literal sense. If you have something and somebody needs it, this is a good time to give it or take it. You know, is he giving or taking? It looks like he's taking. Looks like he's being offered 3 gifts. That's great. Take, give, share. I know that pentacles aren't supposed to be emotional, but I don't know why I'm feeling like there are emotions involved in that exchange. Probably because we're coming from the 2 of Cups energy. We may have lost someone we love. We may have lost something we love, and we are feeling abandoned and bereft. And maybe that's why we're trying to cling on so tightly. There's something we have to leave behind. There's just no doubt. We have to walk away from something, and it's not easy to do. It is not easy to do. In fact, it takes great strength to do this. It may seem very scary. I feel fear popping up, and he's overcoming the fear. And, you know, he's just jumping on his emotions and saying, I'm going to deal with them. He could run through the tunnel and escape, but he's not. He's not. And again, this was the energy over us, the Page of Cups. There's just a glimmer of hope. There's a glimmer of a positive emotion within us. And it may not feel positive right now because it's in the reverse. We may have to experience some sorrow before we get to the positive emotion. But there is something that needs tending within us, something very vulnerable and very new. We may even be going back to childhood issues that need some attention. And it's in the reverse, so I feel like it's painful. And again, this was our overall energy card, the 4 of Cups, emotional neutral. We're kind of trying to avoid feeling, but I don't think that's going to work right now. I mean, don't go overboard, but feel your feelings. Even if they're scary, I promise you they won't kill you. I shouldn't promise that, but I don't know. I've been through some rough stuff in the past 4.5 years. Actually longer than that. Well, let's start with the day I was born. How about that? No, but the past 4.5 years, really. I didn't think I could get through it, but I did, so there you go. Buy the book. Listen to those who have been there and can instruct you and say, look, you know, I've been there. I'm personally in a grief group right now. And I'm finding it very helpful. I'm finding it very helpful. And ultimately, of course, the answer lies within. What's that Cat Stevens song? The answer lies within. So why not have a look now? Kick out the devil's sin. Pick up the good book now. Oh yeah, and we just got by the book. I can't even remember the name of that song, but I like it. I love Cat Stevens anyway. I always give away my age when I talk about the music I love, but hey, so what? Deep knowing, again, meditate. I'm preaching to myself here. I need to do this. You do need to get information from outside yourself, but ultimately you're the only one that knows what you need. And don't run away from your feelings. I know you want to numb, you want to, just not feel them because they feel icky or scary or whatever or painful. I get that, mine do. But try to sit with them if you can. And let's see if I can find one more quote here's one more quote to leave you with. I like this. And I forget who this woman is. She was a writer, but I can't remember what she wrote. Muriel Rukeyser, Rukeyser. And she said, the world is made up of stories, not of atoms. Ain't that the truth? Okay, this has been White Birch Tarot. And I hope, I wish blessings to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can comment and subscribe because I don't see that on my iPad, but I'm working on it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.